Hi, in this video we'll cover the basics of using the workflow option Add Devices. Generally by default we find ourselves in the Add Devices workflow at the beginning of every new Audio Architect file. This is where the majority of our work is completed. If we happen to be in another workflow, let's first click on the Add Devices button. We are able to add devices from the current room view simply by dragging and dropping a device from the device window on the left-hand side and placing our mouse over the room in which we want the device to live. Let's drop in a BSS Blue 50 into the AV closet for processing the audio. Next, we'll double-click on our AV closet to enter the room so that we can see the devices within the room. Then let's drag and drop a Crown DCI 2300N to amplify the audio. And we can simply rack both devices together by placing the mouse in the Blue 50's rack either above or below to create a graphical representation of what our rack looks like in reality. If we click on the Add Devices tab, we'll see several options. As an example, maybe we want to reorder our rack. Then we can use either of the group options. We can also select to show hide device-specific information such as device names or unmatched indicators. In the case of unmatched indicators, we'll see a red dot located next to the device until we've matched it with a physical device connected to the network. More on that later. If it turns out that we need to rack these units separately, then we can first select the rack, then select and drag the device to a different location in the workspace. For our purposes, we'll leave both items racked together considering they physically live together in a single rack. There's also a couple other ways to add devices. Right-clicking in the room workspace and selecting New will expose the same device list we see to the left. Let's go ahead and add a BSS Contrio EC4BV for end-user control. If an installation requires multiples of the same device, we can copy and paste, or we can use Control on our keyboard and using our mouse we can drag a device to make a copy. Note that if a device has been configured, parameter values will also be copied over. Another method for adding multiples of the same device quickly and easily is to right-click and drag from the device window. This will reveal the Add Multiple selection. We can then either select an available number or click on Manual to enter a larger amount. When using this shortcut for devices, they will be automatically racked together. Note, this shortcut also works with processing objects and logic objects found in BSS Soundweb London processors. If we need to delete a device, we can right-click on the device and select Delete, or we can simply select it and hit the Delete key on our keyboard. Maybe we decide that a device should live in another room, such as the EC4BV, considering it will more than likely physically live in the space where we are listening to the audio. In our design, we can right-click on a device and select Move to another room and just click Accept. Accept and Navigate will simply drop us into that selected room. Items like device name and node address can either be changed by clicking directly into the respective field or by selecting the device to reveal its properties. By default, the node address will appear in hex. If decimal values are preferred, we can go to File, Application Options, General Settings, and turn off the option Display Addresses in Hex. Remember, properties will change depending on what is currently selected. Looking at a BSS device like our Blue 50, we see multiple categories that can be changed. For example, dynamic meters can be changed from its default of 2 to a maximum of 20. Let's change this to 3. In a later video, we'll see how we can use these as a helpful tool for troubleshooting the flow of audio. Selecting the Go To Venue button, we can now see that a device icon button is placed automatically over each room as soon as one or more devices have been added to it. This is one of those buttons we referred to in the Define Venue video. Clicking on the device icon will reveal a drop-down list of all devices located in that room. The number preceding the name of the device is the HiQNet node address. Selecting a device will then reveal the device configuration. Thanks for watching. In the next video, we'll have a short demonstration on configuring the BSS Soundweb London processor.